Welcome guys. So we want to check the average a particular person spends in a company, patronizing a company in a year. So we want to know the average they spend in a year patronizing a company, and we probably want to also know the average they spend on a particular service. So the average amount they spend on a particular service, right? Probably in that year. Even though you have January to December, then you have January again to December. Don't mind that. This is not really, this is not important in what we are doing now, because we won't be taking anything from here. So you can just pretty well look at this like January, February, March. You get. So if you have a business, you probably have more than 20-30 people coming to your business January alone. 1,000 people coming to your business on January, and probably one person could come to your business like 10 times in just that January, right? So what we want to be looking at is how much they spend on a particular service in that month, and probably how much they spend in that year. So don't forget, I said this could be just I just wrote this for sample. So now what this is where we'll be using so let me say average per month, right? And this will be average per service, for example. So let me just do average per year, average per year, so just in case we make use of this, right? Now let's see okay, we are going to make use of John Eke. Now what we are going to do is we want to make use of the average if, right? Now what we want to look at is how much they spend in a year, assuming this is January to December. Don't forget how much they spend in a year, right? So we want to take a look at that. So we are going to say average if range. Now the range is here because that is where our criteria is going to be coming from. Now the criteria, let's say Mary Star, right? Now the average range is going to be coming from here because this is where we are going to be summing up then average, the amount, right? So if I hit my enter, I'm going to see Mary Star, right? It says 66.4, so how we show that's the average. So we want to look for Mary Star. We have 250 plus 262 plus 35, that is 297 plus 287 plus, now that is 4 times, right? So 287 equals 287 divided by 4. Let's see what we have. Okay, that's 71. Is it 287? So we have, let me start from the bottom. 25 plus Mary Star twice 275. I got that wrong. 275 Mary Star, 287 Mary Star again, 3 that is 3, that should be 314 or 313 or 312, I guess. So Mary Star 3 3, let me just say 3 2 3, right? So 3 2 3. But if we count the number of time Mary Star appears here, we should have 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so let me divide this by 5, not 4. So I want us to get something pretty close. So you see we got something pretty close, just that my calculations were not right. So you can take your time to do this. So the reason I'm doing this is just to show you guys how to calculate for average. If you don't know how to calculate for average is, if for example you have, we have Mary Star appears 4 times or 5 times. Okay, let's say 5 times, right? And now, okay, let's just say we have 20. We want to calculate for, okay, let me do this very quickly. 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5, right? So this should give us 9 plus 4, 13 plus, that is 16, right? Now the average of 16 is going to be 16 divided by 4, because we have 1 2 3 4 numbers here, right? That is how you get your average, right? So that is how you calculate for your average, which is 4, right? So 4 in 16 is 4. Now since you have gotten that, let's look at the average if, right? Let's look at the average ifs rather. So average if is going to take multiple average if. Let me bring that here because I want to calculate for the service. So average ifs, right? There's no equal to, so let me put my equal to. So now the average ifs, average range, which is going to start from here, right? Now the criteria range 1 is going to be from here, because that is what we are looking for, the name of the client, right? Now the criteria 1, let's say we are looking for, I've done a lot of Sandra Bullock, so let me look for someone else like Mary Star, right? The criteria range 2, because we are looking for that person, we want to see how much they spend in a month on a particular service, right? So let's just look for the service alone. So we want to see how much they spend on a particular service in a year. So let me select that, and then we want to see that particular service. So let's say logo design, right? So if I hit enter, I'm going to see 15.66. so let's look, why did we get 15.66 for just logo design? So which means Mary Star did logo design more than once. So let's see if that's true. Logo design, Mary Star, content creation, no. Logo design. Now if you add 12 plus 10, that is 22. Now 22 divided by 2, let's see what we have. 22 divide 2, okay, which is not even correct, which means they did logo design more than, okay, now you see they did logo design 3 times. So 22 plus 25, that is 47. So want to be sure, 47 divide 3, because they did it thrice, 3 times, is going to give us 15.6, and that is what we have here, right? So average if is not difficult. You just take your time to, you can replay the video to get much more understanding on what I just explained, right? So you can do the year, do the year, actually I think this is the year we did. Actually we did the year, right here, right? So let me change this to the month. So I want you to look for the average amount they spend on a particular service in a particular month, let's say December or October. So I want you, so watch my previous video to get more understanding on this. So this I'm going to change this to year. This should be the year, not months, and this should be the month and not year, right? So I want you to calculate for the month, right? So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more of my videos and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you.